Okay, so you just graduated college and now you're going straight into grad school? Well, yeah. After graduating college, people assume that I'll go straight into the work field. But instead, I decided to go back for my master's. So, for today's video, I want to tell you why I chose to go to grad school and why I chose IO Psych. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about why I decided to go to grad school. And for those who are new, in case you didn't know, I graduated from Penn State University. I earned my bachelor's in psychology and I start my master's July 6th. Mind you, it's June, end of June, so we got 2 more weeks until the semester starts. And honestly, I'm making this video because a lot of people, a lot of my friends and family always ask, why am I going back to school so quickly? Like, are you not gonna take a gap year, go to work? Well, for me, that answer was very simple. I never really planned to go right into the workforce. So we'll talk about why I didn't go straight into the workforce. Well, for one, my major is psychology. Like I mentioned in my last video, it's hard to find a job with just a bachelor's degree in psych. And one thing about it is my friends who are in psych, or the people that I did my undergrad with, a lot of them were doing clinical psychology. They want to be a therapist, counselor, and stuff like that. But me, on the other hand, that just wasn't the field that I wanted to go into, you know? I didn't see clinical psychology as interesting as the other things, you know? So in my undergrad, I was taking lots of classes with, psych heavy classes. And honestly, it came to a point where I didn't know what I wanted to do after college. And I'm like, this is just too much, because, like, everything that's been playing in my head has to do with, I'm gonna need more education after this. I'm gonna be spending so much more money. I'm not gonna have a job after I graduate. So, like, these things are going through my mind as I'm trying to find what I actually want for my life. And it even got to a point where I wanted to switch my major. Like, I went to my advisor and I was like, yeah, we're switching to business. She was like, hold on. Hold on, sis. Let's regroup, because is that what you want to do? Like, that's what she told me. She was like, is that what you want to do? Because eventually, if I were to switch my major to business, I probably would need to stay an extra year at the university. I wouldn't graduate with my friends. I would have to take all my prereqs again. I would have to do a couple more classes. And when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's not what I want to do. And eventually my advisor told me about switching my sub plan. So basically what a sub plan is at Penn State, I'm not sure if all majors have it, but I know in the psychology department, psychology has different sub plans. So one being, I don't remember how many sub plans they have, but I know some of them includes business, industrial, and I think neuro psych, something like that. So eventually, when I heard that they had a business sub plan, I was like, yes, put me in business. Like, that's what I want. So eventually, my advisor put me in business, and I took business classes, and I end up loving them. So when it came to figuring out what I wanted to do after graduation, I went through occupational therapy. I went through like the clinical psychology. I went through even sonography. I was like, scratch psychology, sonography. I don't know what was wrong with me, but that meant I would have to go relearn something else. But after months of trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I was like, wait, why don't I just do IO Psych? Because I've took some classes that are like it a little bit. Like, I've took some labor resources classes and like this one workplace motivational class. and I did fairly good in them. And when I saw how everything connected and how like the subjects, like the topics I was actually interested in, I was like, yeah, I want to do IL Psych. That's something that I want to do. And honestly, that made me realize how interested I was in IL psychology, and it made me want to pursue it even more. So you're probably wondering why I chose IL Psych and not any other career path. And honestly, I just really loved the topics on motivation, leadership, DEI, and a lot of these workplaces policies. I find them very interesting. One topic specifically that I love talking about amongst my peers is company culture. I feel like that is a lot of the areas that a lot of companies are not succeeding in, and can also cost them work performance and all that extra stuff. So all of these aspects in IO Psych is just very interesting to me, and I'm like, I love talking about this topic. It's like a topic that I could talk about for a very long time. Like, this video could be 15 minutes if I really wanted it to be, but I'm not gonna do that to you guys. So just like any journey that anybody takes in life, there are going to be fears that each person will have. And for me, I definitely had a couple bit of fears about this whole journey and grad school and all that extra stuff. For one, I honestly didn't think I would make it this far. I am not even gonna lie to you. I did not think I would make it this far into grad school. Like, it's mind-blowing to me that I'm starting it. I know some of these fears are like student loans. Honestly, student loans is not one of my biggest fears, but it's one, fears that are still there. And the reason why it isn't such a big fear for me, because honey, I'm already over $100,000 in debt. So what's $20,000 more, honestly? Like, that's probably not the best way to look at it, but for me, that's how I see it. I'm already in debt from Penn State. Might as well keep going. And like, I feel like that also trickles into me finding a job. And it's just like, if I don't do my master's in psych, I'm not gonna be able to find a job within psych with just a bachelor's degree. I feel like that is very difficult. I feel like that's one of the most difficult things that psych majors have. A lot of people who have psych degrees end up not even doing anything within that field anyway, because they don't realize the amount of schooling that you need to even get a good paying job. So that motivated me even more, because I have a lot of debt to pay, and I'm not going to be able to pay it with a job that I can get with my bachelor's. So I'm like, let me just go for my master's and get like a better, higher paying job with my master's, so that I'm able to pay for my, loans and all that extra stuff. I think besides all that, I'm fairly excited for this journey, despite all the fears of like financials and like if it's the right choice and all that extra stuff. I think I'm right where I need to be. This is exactly what I want to do, and it's like, I'm actually happy with where I am, and I'm also looking forward to my future and what it holds. After college and all the schooling, we spend the rest of our lives working, okay? So if you're not in a job that you don't love, or like you don't like going to every day, you're not going to be happy. Life is going to feel miserable, because that's what you need to make your money to live. And if you don't like where you make your money, your life is definitely going to be miserable. So I definitely think I'm on my way to like a good path right now with what I want, my career. But overall, I am excited to document this journey with all of you guys. If you're starting grad school or trying to figure out what are your plans for after college, I hope you stick around, because we're gonna do this together. So if you like this video, subscribe and like and turn on your notifications for more videos that I may be posting. I am currently trying to figure out the schedule of my videos and when I'll be dropping them, but stay tuned. I'll make an announcement of my dropping schedule, so look forward to that. And again, thank you guys for watching. Bye.